All right, so here today. I basically promised this as a video to a lot of people. The number one comment I've been getting is it over for Nikke? Is Nikke dead? What is happening here with this entire situation? If you don't already know, a lot of stuff has happened over the last few days. Yes, a collaboration got announced. A few days before that, something happened, correct? And it's a very big thing for this game, because it's a very big thing that can make or break this game. It very much can. Today, why I took some time to make this video is I wanted to go through every point properly and give you my fully unbiased take here about what is going on and what will happen to the game in my fullest opinion. Just know this now, both me, you, and anybody watching this video cannot guess what can happen exactly because it all depends. It depends on what happens, it depends on how everything is sold, it depends on how everything happens. So again, keep that in mind. Today, leave me a like because I try my best here to take so much time for this video, so I'd really appreciate it, and subscribe up if you want to. It means a lot to me. So, today let's hop into it and let's go over everything. So first things first, let's clue you in on what's happening. Stellar Blade developer, which is Shift Up, so again, basically Nikke's developer, let's read it as that, is up to go public at a projected valuation of 2.3 billion. That is billion in USD, by the way. Yeah, that's pretty good, actually. But that is Shift Up. Shift Up again, going public. What does it mean to go public? Going public means basically that you are now, to be listed, basically applied to be listed on the Korea Stock Exchange, right? So what happens here is, when you go public, you allow investors to basically take part in decisions and stuff of the sort, and they are giving you money. They are giving you money in order to get a return on that money, right? They're giving you money, they're investing into your company to help you grow the company. What they want from you in return, they're not doing this as a charity, correct? They're giving the money and they're expecting a return on their investment. They're expecting maybe a double, a triple, or however much the number and however much better Shift Up does as a company, they benefit. So their end goal and what the investors' end goal is to make this game as big as possible, to make as much money as possible. It's not even as big as possible. So let's rephrase that. It's to make or milk the players as much as possible to make as much money as possible. That's the thing. So let's make that clear. All right. Now, this is what's been going around everywhere in Shift Up's or on the Nikke Reddit. Shift Up Nikke to go public at the projected valuation. We have comments over here talking about it. Here's to hoping the game doesn't change much. 554 upvotes, which is huge. X'd out. Right over here, nothing ever good comes out from going public besides lining a corporation and investors' pockets. Everyone else gets blanked in the blank. Can't say those words, obviously, in some form or another. I can guarantee if they change the business model and start censoring stuff, and because of investors, players will basically just leave. Right, they're gonna leave 100%. That's true. I don't care what you say. The whole point we play this game is for, or the whole point a lot of players play this game is for the fan service per se, right? And whatever you might say, I've seen people already saying it, that players are gonna switch up once they see the animations and everything. The reason players are calling this an unhyped collab is because you're not gonna probably get fan service. You're not gonna get it, right? And this game is being played for that reason. So regardless of the IP, if the units become broken and have that, players will switch up. They will, right? But no one's expecting it because the IP is like that. There is a very small chance it happens, but if it does happen, players will be happy, and yeah, they're going to switch up, and again, the hype will definitely shift. So this would be a great way to kind of test the whole theory here and see what they do, because again, people also are now coming to the conclusion the ReZero collab was chosen for the reason to make as much money as possible, right? Because again, with other IP holders, let's not use the example of ReZero, because what happens is, with ReZero, it is such an easy collaboration to get that usually the licensing fee is so low, the ability to get it is just super high, it's super easy. So for Shift Up, it's the biggest way to make the most money, correct? Because again, whatever it is, the fee and the split that they have to do to pay off the IP and everything, it's probably going to be low. That's why every small gacha game, big gacha game, middle-sized gacha game, they get ReZero's collab, because the ReZero, it's just promotion. That's all they want, right? They don't really care about the money at the end of the day. So that's why players also come to the conclusion that this happened, then that happened. Is it really, what is the word? Coincidence? Who knows, right? But here's my take on everything, all right? I read through everything. I read through a lot of this stuff. I want to just read this one first part, and then I'll give you my take. When a gacha company goes public, it usually spells censorship on the horizon. For a game like Nikke, that is a large part carried by basically character designs, these things over here and these things over here. Censorship would spell the downfall for the franchise, in my opinion. My prayer is that the board would see the entire reason this game gets sales and not censor it. If they censor stuff, basically make an outrage and don't spend money on the game because it's an issue. That's the entire point, right? Now, where does my take land and why do I think this is the case? First things first. When I read this article, correct, I wanted to read through it, they're basically putting up about 58 million shares on the Korean Stock Exchange. That's the first thing. The number of shares scheduled for sale during the upcoming public offering is 7.25 million with a par value of this per share. The IPO will be held by Korea Investment and Securities, NH Investments and Securities, and JP Morgan Securities from the Seoul branch. We have the entire thing over here for the company overview. We then have this over here. First things first, originally ShiftUp's valuation approached $2 trillion, 1.5 billion in October 2023. Around the same time, We Made Entertainment sold 2 million shares that it owned in the studio to Tencent, correct? And they made $53.9 million. Originally, they purchased this for like a measly something below 10 million. They got a 5 times on their investment, basically, correct? It's huge. What was the reason? Not because they decided to censor characters, because they decided to make characters the way the characters in this game is supposed to be. So remember that. People are going to look at that entire thing. Investors are going to see. So again, who made that money? We Made Entertainment. We made that money, right? That's what they're saying, right? They made 53 million. So again, from a measly below 10 million investment, it was around 8-9 million. So again, it's way more than that, but 5 million or 5 times the amount of what they made because of what this game is. So that's the first thing. Beyond that, the big thing is ShiftUp co-founder, which is again the reason we're getting all the fan service it is, because this person absolutely cooks and knows what he's doing, remains the largest shareholder, owning 45% of the studio's shares. Chinese tech giant Tencent is also holding 24%. So again, whatever you want to say about Tencent, whatever it is, we know what happened. We exactly know what happened with this entire censorship detail and debacle. When this happened, players literally had a whole thing where they lost their mind, right? They threatened basically ShiftUp saying, we won't spend money, we won't do any of that stuff if you keep it up that way. And again, following this update, you did get some decent animations, you did get some decent characters, correct? Remember, whatever it is, we didn't expect for what it turned out to be with a character, for example, not this. Did I not open the image, bro? Oh, Belong, whatever it is, Bunny Girls, there was some decent stuff there. There was one more. Yes, Summer. Whatever Summer was, it wasn't that bad. It was pretty good for what it was. Again, if this was removed from the game will lose a lot of money. That's the first thing. Whatever it is, the main concern is investors are going to ruin everything. What I will say in a simple way is this. First things first, this remains the same. Tencent owns a lot of it. This CEO owns a lot of it. If 45% is being owned, so almost a 50%, right? With 6% being like the ruling majority, we can maintain this game to be the same thing it is right now. Because again, remember, how it works for investors is you need about a 51% majority vote to decide on what to do, right? To make a decision, that's what you need. So in this case, the CEO that knows what he's doing, that cooks the entire game, that has made these entire games what they are, giving them the fan service that, again, obviously they know sells, right? That's the 45% holder. So again, majority is to there. Now, all this person needs is 6% more, and boom, the decision is made. Whether that be from Tencent, whether that be from somebody else, yes. We don't know what currently happens behind the scenes. Is Tencent advocating for keep it going, keep the censorship to a down low, keep the characters lewd and whatever you want to say, keep that going? We don't know if that's what they're going for, or we don't know if Tencent, since day one up till now, has been trying to fight for the reason or fight for the purpose of censoring all the characters. We do not know. So yes, to a degree, with more investors get into the pool here, and that percentage shoots up to where it's a ruling majority of 51% against the idea of characters as such, then it's an issue, correct? All we have here for a fact is 45% is from the CEO, and that's a good thing. That is a very good thing, but it's not a ruling majority. It has to be 51%. Right now, with how the game's ruling and how the status quo is, Tencent's profiting. Tencent's winning exactly how they want to. They're still being referred to as the top mobile publisher because they have Nikke and they have so many other big hits. Would Tencent really throw that away for censorship, right? They've again been down this. They've been here when this happened. They've been along the ride here. They haven't sold their shares yet. And remember, they own 24%. That is a pretty big payday to get out right now before censorship kicks in. Why would they change, is my opinion, correct? So 45%, now let's say the 24% doesn't rule against the idea of, characters as such as we currently have them, then you win. Then nothing can happen, right? Ruling majority stays to be the same, and everything is okay. So it's all a coin flip. It all matters on what 6% says, because again, 45% of this person right here is cooking. You know that that's going to remain the same, and this person obviously knows, CEO obviously knows that fan service is what sells this game. This reason of this being made is the CEO too. It's the entire aspect of this is going to sell. This over here is going to sell. Again, whatever Stellar Blade is, a lot of people aren't talking about the gameplay being so insane and so breathtaking. It's very much similar hack and slash style to other games. This is a very big selling point. The story, the nice tones, art design, everything, character design, and other elements of this is a very big selling point. So remember, at the end of the day, with how the company is structured and everything, I genuinely think on the censorship side of things, we should remain the same. When it comes to freebie side of things for anniversaries and whatnot, I still think that both the CEO and other members know this game sells well because it does what other games can't, right? Whatever Genshin is, whatever oVeR does, I'm gonna be very honest here, they don't hold good festivals. Again, I might be saying this wrong because Honkai just had a festival. I don't know how good that was, but, or like, again, anniversary. They don't do good on those. Let's be honest here. We got like 100 plus summons in our last Annie. I don't think Genshin could ever. In 10 years, maybe, but not now, all right? 10 years worth of summons, I'm trying to say, so keep that in mind. But remember, that's why this game outsells. That's why this game outperforms so many things. And again, the aspect of these things, these big things, outsell a lot of reasons, a lot of things, right? For many reasons. You get what I'm trying to say. So again, that's what I think. To a degree, do I think things are going to change? In the basic thing, maybe you get more gacha skins. Maybe you get more skins here and there. Maybe you get some more bundles here and there. Maybe they step up the monetization of things, correct? I'm hoping they don't start some power creep BS and do it that way. But I do think, like, bundles-wise, maybe kick up some cash shops. Maybe some promotions, maybe trying to get you to buy gacha skins. Maybe they up the skin release rate, right? Because again, you've seen they slow down recently. Maybe when it comes to an IP of such, where they can get a very low licensing fee, though it's not a hyped collab, right? Like, for example here, if this collab sells $30 million, right? $30 million. In comparison, maybe Nier's licensing fee was, they want 25% of the revenue. Let's say the game sold basically 10 million. How much did they take? They took a lot. That's 25%. That's a lot they took, right? In this case, let's say the licensing fee was 10%, right? That's much less. They saved how much money, correct? For how little effort? Sure, maybe they don't make the exact money they would have made with Nier, but they made damn near that, correct? That was a pun. And the licensing fee was much lower, correct? So remember that at the end of the day, that maybe those collaborations as such, they go for more of a money-making strategy versus a regular strategy, right? Maybe you get more limiteds. Maybe this year you're definitely getting the 4 summer limiteds. Maybe you get some more busted characters. Maybe they up the monetization to make sure they can reach the quota every single month to impress investors. So again, that their valuation keeps going up. But for what it is, people know why this game sells. People know why this studio sells. And yes, investors are dumb. That is very true. That is a fact of this industry. And they never think with the right mindset. They think about the dollars first before anything else. Like you think about this first before anything else. No, they think about the money first, correct? So again, to a degree, anything can happen here. But in my fullest opinion, with 45% being owned here, 24% being owned here, and these both people, both the CEO and Tencent, know what sells. Why are they maintaining this entire spot here, and why is everything working out right now? It's because, again, of the reason of what they release, how they release it, and how they handle this game. Remember, in comparison, I've seen some bad games out there, bro. Nikke holds a very tame kind of asset distribution versus other games. I've seen the games out there that do very well still, but are much, what's the word? Deeper in fan service than Nikke, correct? Nikke is not the pinnacle of it all, but again, what I think is mainly what I'm trying to say here, being that I think we're going to be decent in an area based on what I read in that article and the fact of who keeps part of the game and the percentage and everything. I think we'll be okay. But again, I can't determine anything. I can't tell you for a fact. I can't tell you how things go. I can't tell you what's going to happen soon. I can just give you my speculation. So from an unbiased point of view, I do think maybe monetization things step up, being like we get more, maybe here and there more limiteds. They squeeze in some more cash shops, some more gacha skins, and stuff of the sort. But I don't think anything beyond that, though. I really think that censorship-wise, we can put that to the down low. And I think decision-making, they know why this game sells, right? They do. And if these... I know I'm saying Tencent, bro. Wow, it's crazy, but if 45%, this is again ruling majority 6% more. So for the most part, I think we're fine. But again, that's just my theory. So hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it helped. And if you disagree or agree, let me know down below. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, take care.